Yo, yo, yo! What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Rasslin Word. It's been a while. It's been a long while. As we listen to Dynamite in the background, I got a reason for that. This is going to be a fun show today. It's going to be a long one, so I'm just going to let you guys know that. Welcome to my new / old space. It's not completed, just so you know. There's Garfield behind me. I got Garfield. I got Mufasa. I'm ready to go. Jigsaw up there. This is just one half of the room. I've got a lot of work to do, but it's going to be a cool backdrop that we're going to have for the show going forward. And this room should look familiar. This was the OG. So we got a lot to get into today. I'm going to do a lot of talking. I'm just going to warn you, this might be our longest one yet. This may even beat out our Christmas episode where I was trying to sell and move some stuff. I got my I Believe in Joe Hendry shirt, clap, clap on. And we got Dynamite playing in the background. The reason why, I got to see Dynamite live. I'm going to talk about that here on the show. That was just this past Wednesday. I'll get into that. I've also got not one, but two unboxings. The All Elite Crate, the Pro Wrestling Crate. This is the last time I will be doing both of these, at least this regularly. My subscription has ended, and you're still going to see the show every month, but we're going to change it up. We're going to do things different. I got some figs to show. We got a lot to get into, folks. Let's just get into it. And I'm going to be doing a lot of talking. I hope that's cool with you guys. If it's not, you can skip on forward to the very end of the show. And I got my Heart Foundation. I've got one of these for sale. If you missed out at Bojangles, I got this exact cup for sale. So, I mean, you can have either the fresh one or the one that I just drank out of. Your choice. But it's not that one. I've actually got a legit, like unused cup too. So, a lot of stuff we're going to get into today. I'm going to try to move fast, because there is so much stuff. 2 unboxings, highlighting the Dynamite show. Got some figs from Christmas and my birthday that I'm going to be showing off. Just a few of those. But it's going to be fun. Really just a whole lot of wrestling has went down. And it's literally been, no joke, it's literally been like over a month since the last show. Because I saw these boxes were coming, and then I saw the next one was coming, and I was like, well, I don't really want to do 2. So I decided I just wanted to make it into one big show. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start off talking about AEW. So I will mention being there live. But before that, I got to go all the way back into December, and we're going to talk about what has transpired since. Again, it's going to be a lot of talking. Going to be going over a lot of stuff. So just bear with me as we catch up to when I got to see it live this past Thursday. I've not watched Collision yet. That was because I'm recording this on a Sunday. That was last night. I have not watched Collision yet, so that'll be on the next one. Jericho and Cardona matched up well. I don't know if the match delivered. I think it was just a one-time thing, but at least look-wise, that's how far back we are, guys, with AEW. They matched up well. Inhumane treatment with Rey Fenix. More has come out about that. Of course, that's a little bit of old news now. He said he needed a doctor. It was inhumane treatment that he was given. You got to think there's going to be more sides to that. Of course, his brother has made headlines here in the past little bit too. Daniel Garcia seems really boring and personality-less since losing the dancing. Now, I will say he's brought back the dancing. He just doesn't dance enough. It's a little weird for me to say that I want to see Daniel Garcia dance, but at least it gave him some personality and charisma. More than just showing him, throwing him out there and saying, hey, look, here's our guy, like they do old Wheeler Useless, as Jim Cornette calls him. So he has brought that back. Very cool. Great to see Freya the Slayer from OVW on Rampage. Again, this is way back. Rampage was still on. Even if she never made it into the ring in the match. Everything in AEW moves rapid pace. No one stops and smells the roses. Again, going back to December, focusing on that. Commander, very much underrated. Darby Allin never ceases to amaze. Had a great match with Commander, brutal chair in high-risk spots. I was bummed to not see Darby Allin or Commander, for that matter, in Knoxville. So, yeah. Or Orange Cassidy, for that matter. I literally forgot what title Takeshita has. Still don't remember. I've since remembered it's the Continental title is what it's called. That's how bad, though, the titles are in AEW. There's just way too many of them. It feels like if there is a payoff for the Death Riders, it should happen soon as far as motive. You got to wonder, was Shane McMahon going to be the payoff? Was there some kind of idea happening with that? I don't know. May have lost the plot when it comes to that, though. AEW may have the best natural, confident talker in all of wrestling, and it's Christian Cage. I gotta say, his promo on sending Mox back to rehab just further proved it. A real travesty that Claudio isn't a multi-time world champ right now. Too good, especially if he had a mouthpiece. I still say that about Claudio Castagnoli. Just what a man. What a contender, really. Sad sight at the AEW Texas press conference. That was very sad to see. Somebody online said they had like 12 people there from the looks of it. Tony Storm didn't retire, but Timeless did, so at least there's that. Well, until last night. I'll have to cover that on the next episode because I've not watched it, but I have seen Timeless Tony Storm is back. Wonk wonk. A lot of people like that, though. That's, hey, whatever floats your boat. How does AEW make you stop liking people? Because I noticed that's happening. And I'm going to rip on AEW quite a bit. But then when we're going to talk about the live show, you may see a little bit of a difference of opinion. Sammy Guevara is a guy that AEW has maybe stopped liking over time. Hangman Page, the Acclaimed. A lot of these guys that they built up, they just, I don't know. And then people that you like even less after seeing them on AEW, talking about Ricochet, Tony Storm, in my opinion, Mercedes Moné. They ruined Adam Cole from the seam of it. Edge or Adam Copeland, Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson. I don't know, man. You got to wonder, has it tarnished their legacy to have left and went to AEW? Only time will tell. Kudos to Top Flight, Leo, Rush, and Action and Ready for a great match and shot at Private Party. MJF returning to old, at least for a bit, with classic Adam Cole, Skinny Yellow Baby. That was nice to see. MJF, man, he's really fallen down, hasn't he? You got to hope that picks back up. Ricochet being made to look like a putz. Well, we see where that's kind of transitioned to now. Insane bumps by Darby in the Ospreay match. Coffin drop on the side of the ring. That was brutal. Still remember that Styles Clash onto the floor. Hammerstein, when they were there, such a cool venue, especially for wrestling. Is it a bad sign for AEW going to smaller venues? Maybe. I know the Knoxville Civic Coliseum that we were at is a smaller venue, but very intimate. It was very cool to be there. Boom Justice AJ, they just need to go away and never come back. Completely hokey stuff. For real. Great stuff with the toilet paper spot on Ricochet, even though I'm sure that wasn't planned. Or was it? Who knows? Good promos with MJF and Adam Cole. Mark Briscoe, highly underrated with his versatility, as in his match with Taurus or Tarus. Julia Hart has drastically improved with character development. Great match with Claudio and Commander, as most all the Continental matches have been. They really were. It really was a great tournament. I will give him that. Tired of hearing Taz constantly correct himself. Y'all ever notice this? Dude, constantly. And he's got to point out his pronouns. He's got to get the pronouns in. I'm talking about her. I'm talking about him. When I'm saying him, I'm talking about Darby. When I say her, I'm talking about Willow. Whatever. It's weird. Still got that Vince McMahon thing in his ear, I think. RVD's clothesline comments because of Nick Wayne with the frog splash. RVD's been in the news a lot, especially lately. Missing Eddie Kingston. I gotta say, I'm missing Eddie Kingston. Like the Rampage ending with the ominous lights out. Last episode of that's happened since we were on here. Shockwave on Fox, not happening. It's kind of sad to see. AEW may have lost that spot, but they're on Max now, which is cool. I've enjoyed it so far. I'm so excited. Was that a one-time thing with the theme song? It was one and done. Never heard it again. The only answer for this is Yes Man. The only answer to that was Yes Man for Tony Khan or he's just not listening to anyone. Looks like he was listening to somebody or figured it out himself. It's not been used since. I'm so excited. Come on. Automatically makes you think of Jesse Spano, who makes you think of Tony Khan from the episode After All. She took the caffeine pills. She went wild. Again, I'm just speed running through this, y'all. I'm sounding about like I'm on some caffeine pills right now. I'm just speed running, speed balling, getting through this. That's what we do. This is rapid fire. Okay. Her Syndicate theme has to be the best lyrically written theme ever. Boy, it's fun to hear live. We hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. We have to listen to that here by the end of the show. Funny stuff. Should Julia Hart have went all black for the return, including the hair? I think that would have been kind of cool, don't you? Still weird to see Jeff Jarrett in AEW, but at least, but the Last Ride promo was cool, and something has always seemed likable about him, even when it shouldn't. He seems slimy because of what he did with Kurt Angle's wife. You know, after he lost his wife, I think, to cancer. But who's to say? I mean, I've always enjoyed him. I can't help it. Adam Copeland has changed his name since we last talked. He's just Cope now. Kind of seems weird to change it now. Maybe a nickname at the most, but the fact was they said the rated R superstar Adam Copeland was too much. I don't know. Maybe just Adam would have worked. JoJo was doing announcing on Collision before the show. That was odd to see. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. You know, I mean, I know that there's a WWE deal worked out with Bray Wyatt, a legacy contract that's hopefully contributing to JoJo's life, but who am I to judge? If Tony Khan wants to spend the money, I can always dig hearing some Elton John. Good to hear that theme song back. Great to see AEW paying attention to time limits. I like that. You know, this is a 20-minute match, and actually, who knows if it's right on the money, but either way, mentioning the time limits, which is something WWE really doesn't do. Glad to see someone told Garcia to bring back the dancing along with the charisma. I like it. Again, I like both Private Party and Leo Rush and Andretti, but tag team match was really slow and looked lost. That was not long ago. Sad to see so much hate on Deonna, as she is one of my favorites and has a unique look and excellent charisma with talent. Taya and her still deserve better. You know, there was a thing going on about her weight, her letting herself go. I mean, she's got to be unhappy. And then reports have surfaced now she is upset about her booking at AEW. I can't say I blame her. It's been weak. It's been really weak for her and Taya. Could still watch Beast and Commander all day long. Always happy to see Rock and Roll Express, and even almost popped over the Outrunner spot. I do have to admit, I kind of almost popped. Just a little bit. Dig the coffin drop and Darby Allin, but Razor Ramon's toothpick hits harder sign got me. Very, very funny stuff. If anybody saw that. Where did the dude's signs come from, and why is he so obsessed with MJF? Y'all know this guy, right? It's funny stuff. He's always got the MJF signs. Waiting on the interaction between them. That should be interesting. A good 6-man tag with Rated FTR and Learning Tree. That was a lot of fun to see. Especially the spot with Jericho and Dax using the simultaneous submissions. The ending was dumb, felt flatter than a plate full of piss, as also Jim Cornette would say, with the Rock and Roll Express. They capitalized that again in Knoxville, though. Will Ospreay always really seems to be enjoying himself when he's in the ring, and it shines through. Very cool to see. A cool spot with the Casino Battle Royal with Hobbs and Archer throwing Ricochet. Powerhouse with the win. Has another person that AEW, I may get hate on this. It's fine. I'm used to it. Renee Paquette. It's made me like her less in AEW. I don't know what the deal is. Jeff Jarrett and MJF, good match there. MJF and Mariah May. The devil gimmicks makes me like them less, though, as well. I don't understand the devil horn, saying she's the woman from hell. Come on. I mean, why have to bring this religious undertone stuff into it? I don't get it. Speaking of that, though, Malachi Black is leaving. That's the big news here. Could we see Aleister Black coming back? Of course, with the card that Dominic Mysterio gave to Chad Gable, potentially. We'll see what happens with that. Sucks AEW relaxes the rules so often, in particular countouts. Agree with that. They're all on the outside fighting, and AEW just kind of relaxes the rules when they want to. Awesome match with Cope and Bill. Commander and Pac, Garcia and Shibata. Just great matches there. The Chop Fest and AEW matches has really gotten old, though, I gotta say. Jericho and Dax was solid, but tough to watch match with some mishaps and spots. Wentz, anytime Jericho does that lion salt, really, really scary stuff for him. Happy to see Powerhouse, though, in a main event position. At least temporarily he was. And we're getting close. We're getting close to my end of the AEW coverage here. We'll talk about it live here. Cool to see Jeff Jarrett hang with MJF on the mic. What's going on with MJF, though? Why has he fallen off? That's the interesting thing here. Was his contract written up to never wrestle? It seems like it could have been. Samoa Joe is back. Good to see. Missed him in Knoxville, though. Flight delay or something happened. He was supposed to fight Nick Wayne. That match did not end up happening. I was looking forward to seeing Samoa Joe again. Who is Megan Bain? I don't remember her. I don't know her. They brought her out. They showed a package on her. I don't know. Where is Stokely Hathaway? That's another thing. I don't watch ROH, so is he on there? Somebody tell me. Baron Corbin made some comments, or the former Baron Corbin, on Rey Fenix and the contract situation, about honoring the contract. I wish Rey Fenix was with Penta, but I kind of understand where this is coming from, and I kind of halfway do agree with it, even though Baron Corbin may be kissing up for a job, who knows. Bloodbath matches just don't do it for me, like Christopher Daniels and Hangman Page. I don't know, don't get into it. Undisputed Kingdom still have an aura in their entrance when they come out. Good to see that. Too soon to end the Acclaimed? I think it may be. Just my opinion, but it looks to be heading that way unless there's a swerve. Fun 12-man match, even if messy on Collision. That was cool, and a lot of people knocked them for doing that. It was enjoyable. And Britt Baker also looks to potentially be done with AEW, or AEW may be done with her. Seems like they're getting a little tired of her. I don't know, man. On screen, I've always liked Britt Baker, but I don't have to work with her, so I don't know. Let's talk about AEW Live. We're going to get into that right now. I've seen a lot of posts online of people knocking AEW when they were in Knoxville about it being a small, dumpy building. It's an old building, okay? I remember going and watching WCW Nitro in this building. I remember going and watching Smoky Mountain Wrestling in this building when Jim Cornette had brought in Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker back in the 90s when I was a little tyke. I mean, it says it's a 6,500 seat arena, and it was pretty full, pretty darn full. Granted, we were at the very top, so our whole row, there was one row behind us. That's how high up we are. There was one row behind us, and we had nobody sitting in our row. But you didn't see a lot of that. I mean, again, we were at the very top. It was a pretty full show. It really was. I will say the audio, I've heard people mention the audio sucking. I agree with that. The audio for AEW really, really stinks. The Rock and Roll Express greeted fans before the show, which was very cool. I did not get to talk to Ricky Morton again. If I would have, I was going to mention, hey, I just saw you last year. Got the bandana sign. You guys know that whole story. Cool guys. Down to earth, cool guys. Very humble. I got a promo. I don't have it here. I did not bring it down, but I got a promo. I'll have to show you guys that on the next show. I did get a promo, and that was very cool. That's the only souvenir that I got. They did have some. I noticed their prices are more, considerably more, I feel like, than WWE. Maybe I'm wrong, but they did have a Adam Copeland figure that had just been released. But it was signed. It was $100. You know, when you got kids, it's just hard to justify spending that kind of money. But would have been nice. The guy was really trying to sell me on it. He was like, hey, this just come out, yada, yada. Very cool. We saw the Sting guy, cosplay Sting. I've seen him in some of the wrestling groups that I shared this video in. Shout out to you, brother, if you ever watch this. Very, very cool. I wanted to ask him for a picture. He walked by, I was like, man, this feels like the real Sting. I got a little nervous. He really does have the look down packed, and he was in line to get a brewski. Turns out he just got 2 bottles of water. So I actually got a picture of him from behind getting 2 bottles of water. So if you see this, dude, that's why. You got a cool costume, I gotta say. Justin Roberts led the show. Very likable. He does a great job with that. I think that was the first one I'd ever seen him lead. Serpentico and Crazy Steve from TNA, a wrestler who is, I think, partially blind or half blind or something. Very, very cool to see him there wrestling. They wrestled in a dark match before the show, or as AEW called it, a bonus match. What an insane opening. Everybody has pretty much agreed to AEW Dynamite. Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega fighting the Don Callis family all over the arena. At the merch stand, which I was just at. Climbing the rafters, jumping off the balconies, climbing the ring supports, set supports. Very, very cool. It was a lot of fun. Live, it was a lot of fun. I got video of that I'll have to post too. Everyone seems to have agreed that was a good opening for the show. And the jump off was just nuts by Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. Very, very cool. I thought it was funny, the wrong Private Party music hit when they come out. I don't know if anybody noticed that on TV. Then they changed it. A very short reign for Private Party, which kind of sucks because I like Private Party. The Hurt Syndicate, though, they're over. It was time. A great dominating match. I gotta say, my joy, she was all about like the aura of Bobby Lashley seeing him live. Dude just looks like a statue. So made me feel a little not as confident. So yeah, they were great. I will say again, Hurt Syndicate, they're an exception. They're better off in AEW as far as right now. We'll see how long that lasts. So Tony Khan gets tired of them. We'll see. But great tag team work from Shelton and Bobby Lashley. Great to see Jeff Jarrett and Claudio, even though it was just like a little promo deal. I'd never seen either of those guys, I don't believe, ever at any shows that I've been to that I can remember. And just very, very cool. Very, very cool to see them. Very, very cool. And a lot of fun during the commercial breaks. They actually gave 2 tickets away to AEW All In. And they kept talking about a lot of the workers around the ring, talking about the signs, normal stuff, but they made it fun. They did. The Prince Nana dance, I don't really care much for Swerve, but Prince Nana dancing, it's going to make me pop every time. I got that recorded too. Very cool to see A.R. Fox. Joey had a friend who I guess looked like A.R. Fox back in the day, no longer with us. And I just thought, I told Joey it was a nice little sign to see A.R. Fox because he doesn't always wrestle. So it was kind of cool to see him there. Just a lot of good memories in that Coliseum. Very cool to be there again. We just saw Disney on Ice there back in November and then got to see AEW there this week. And then Kane was actually there. Of course, he's the mayor of Knox County. Everybody knows that now. He was there at the ice hockey game over the weekend, so we didn't get to go to that. But a lot of memories in that building. Really, probably my favorite venue locally. So very cool to see. Hated that there was no Chris Jericho. He was advertised. No Jericho though. Missed him in Knoxville. It's one of my favorites. A Big Bill turn looks to be coming soon, or maybe they're going to turn on him. MJF was there. That was cool to see and unexpected. Mercedes party around the corner was very funny. I saw somebody posting that the arena was so small, she just had to have her balloon sit up when she walked around the corner. Kind of funny. Funny segment with her dancing. Harley Cameron is entertaining, I've got to say. On the guitar, I hate to admit it, it's quirky, but she's entertaining. Joy did not know who Jamie Hayter was. She just kept calling her Big Red, which I thought was kind of the big red hair. The Julia Hart entrance was cool to see live. Really was. I think I recorded that too. There were a lot of main fans though on the women's match, especially since it was the only one. people just saying to hurry up and stuff like that, and the crowd shouting it, which has to be hard on the competitors if they're hearing that. Not a bad match at all. I wonder if Buddy Matthews is on his way out too. Is he going to eventually go back to WWE? You would have to figure with Rhea there. We'll see. The Cope and Pac match was very slow, but it did tell the story. The Death Riders music is very, very cool to hear live. It's a catchy little tune. And then Tony Khan come out at the end, thanked everybody, said it was great to run in Knoxville. He had grown up watching Smoky Mountain Wrestling, of course, owned by Jim Cornette, which I very much popped at. And I actually recorded that, put that on Twitter. I'll put that on Facebook too. And of course, had to tag or mention Jim Cornette in that tweet. No response, but still very cool. Tony Khan definitely seems like a humble guy. Seems like he's definitely got a love for wrestling. And I will say, I don't agree with a lot of what's going on in AEW booking wise, but the competitors are there. The love for wrestling is there. And you got to root them on, especially if you see it live. It makes you want to root it on. It makes you want to keep it in the game. And I definitely hope it stays there. So all in all, very fun night. If you get the chance to go watch AEW, I recommend it. It was a lot of fun. WWE, let's get into that. Let me take a swig. Took a while there, didn't it? Again, we got the boxes coming up. I got some figs to show off. If you want to skip ahead to watch that, you're more than welcome to. But let's go into WWE. There were injuries coming out of Survivor Series. Again, we're going way back with this. Always a bonus to see Elektra Lopez on TV. I've been a fan of her since NXT. Tiffany just keeps getting better and better. Any truth to the Coachman's claim, Jonathan Coachman, that Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill don't get along? They hide it well. I wonder if there's any truth to that. That was mentioned back in a month or so ago. Shinsuke Nakamura definitely has a cool look. The mask will be perfect on a figure. Looking forward to that. And the new mask he's got. The pushback of LA Knight, though, seems to be in progress. I don't get that. He's kind of in limbo still, LA Knight. Want to see more of him, but kind of in limbo. Entertaining interview with Kevin Owens and Michael Cole, especially the window segment there. Rolling the window up and down. Of course, talking back in, I think, December. Penta El Zero Miedo has signed. He is in WWE. He is just known as Penta now. We're going to talk about him a little bit more. What about this lady's embarrassing sign that said, "Sonya, I will leave my husband for you"? You guys remember this sign? Man, that was embarrassing. Karrion Kross seems to have lost even more steam since the Final Testament. I think he was better as a one-man show. Was that interesting? Baby, when the lights go out. Little lights flickering here. Is he holding back Scarlett, or is that what she wants? You got to wonder with Karrion Kross what the deal is with that. Is Scarlett ever going to wrestle? We will see. That light actually may be going out. That'll stink if it does. We'll see. Okay. Miz put up with them to help them get over, but is it a lost cause? Or Miz was put with them to help them get over. Looks like that has changed now. Looks like they're on separate brands. Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez, or I still call her Gonzalez, Rodriguez, had a solid match. Very cool to see. Disappointed to see Cody going back to Raw and Gunther on SmackDown. That's the rumor. That has not happened yet. We'll see if it does. Need more tournaments, especially for secondary titles. The King of the Ring, perhaps. I think that would be cool. A King of the Ring gets you an Intercontinental title shot, U.S. title shot, whatever. That's what I would like to see, rather than just focusing on the main title. Mia Yim or a pleasant surprise during Tiffany. I don't know. Mia Yim, pleasant surprise pinning Tiffany. I guess that happened. I don't know. It's been a while. Too obvious with the New Day and the DIY turns at the same time. Of course, New Day has been a little bit more successful with their turn. Hoping the burial of Carmelo Hayes hasn't started after Braun Strowman. I don't know what's going on with Carmelo Hayes kind of stuck in the same spot as LA Knight. He is younger, though, so that's a plus. LA Knight, though, is proving he is part of the top promos in wrestling after the solo Sokoa dig. Kevin Owens is right. Cody was more interesting as Stardust, or even dashing Cody Rhodes at this point, my opinion. Pull aparts where the wrestlers jump out and keep fighting should be a thing of the past. It's old. It's done. Come on, get it over with. What about no tribute to the troops last year? I thought that was interesting. Sign of the times. No more tribute to the troops. I thought that was always kind of nice. So happy to see the War Raiders win the titles. I enjoyed Carmelo's performance, promo work with Braun. Still waiting for his breakout moment, though. Excited to hear more from the Motor City Machine Guns, especially considering both can talk, as in their last runs with TNA. Drew McIntyre has done a 180 with interesting promos and character development. Sami Zayn still has fiery promos. Absolutely, especially the one with Drew McIntyre, who he is still linked to. I like the angle with Kofi's mama, but still unsure how to feel about New Day as heels. It's growing on me. It's definitely seeming successful. Money in the Bank Rumble going to be 2 nights. Interesting to see that. I think that kind of solves the problem of... these matches happening at the same, the same night, wearing each other out with 2 Rumbles in the same night, 2 Money in the Banks at the same night. I think that'll help with that problem. Have the women on one night, the men on the other. So that's a plus. Leaked Rumble showing that John Cena and Charlotte Flair will be the winners. I think that's a strong possibility, to be honest. We'll see if that happens. Glad to see Braun getting a push. Dude still has star power. Impressive moves and match with Los Garzas and Street Profits. You got to wonder if Kevin Owens and or Sami Zayn will leave for AEW. I think there's a less of a possibility for that now than there was before, but we'll see. Ludwig Kaiser's booking has become boring. Fire promo with Rollins and Punk, especially if unscripted. Hate the Monday Night name. Come on, just move on past that. Jesus Christ is the only Messiah. I just don't like the intertwining of religion into this stuff. I really don't. I wish they would leave it alone. You don't pick on anyone else's religion. Why pick on Christians? Come on, it's just... I don't know. The blue mat on SmackDown's a nice touch. Awkward way to have done it, but it's Tiffy time. She has won the title. Cashed in. LA Knight proving he's still on his promo game. Jey Uso proving he's still super over. Corey Graves' commentary on Sammy being the triplet is good stuff, or was good stuff. Corey Graves, what a situation that is now. Who knows if that's work? Who knows what's going on? He has said he's not famous enough to be on the regular shows. He's been moved down to NXT. Is he going to wrestle? Is he mad? Is he going to leave? Blah, blah, blah. Who knows? Who knows with this stuff? Lillian's on SmackDown. She really is a throwback to the old days, so need to enjoy her while she's there. Lillian Garcia, good to see her. Jacob Fatu's moonsault is literally one amazing feat. Nia Jax is as good as Tiffany, definitely helping carry her, especially on the mic. Highly underrated. I got to say that. I'll say it if no one else will. Nia Jax is highly underrated, particularly with the mic work. The Penta Mask, can't believe that AEW never capitalized on that. They never sold the Penta Mask, but now they're selling the hologram mask. I would think you would sell all of your luchadors' mask. Any of your mask wrestlers. Very odd to see that. So cool to see Penta finally on the big stage. Match was more competitive than maybe it should have been, though. With kudos to Gable, but still a good one. Even better promo. Of course, we found out later he did go over his time. Supposedly. Doesn't look to be any heat with that, though. Be cool to see him interact with Rey Mysterio whenever that comes time. You know that's going to happen. Gunther has been the forgotten champion, but definitely spoke some truth in that first Netflix show. And it looks like we have moved on. Or no, we haven't moved on. Okay. The first Netflix show must have been... I think I put that in another spot along with Saturday night's main event. So we'll get into that. Jey Uso title shot should be interesting. It was interesting, but it fizzled out quick. Suplex to the floor in the women's IC match was gnarly. Congrats to Lyra, though, for winning the IC belt, getting to sit front row like Braun Breaker at the shows. That's where she's going to be now. Damien and Finn had some great spots and storytelling, but it's been done to death, like Sheamus and Ludwig, and hopefully it's the end for both. Penta, would he be better as a bad guy? That's what I'm wondering. I don't know. Just a thought. He seems to be really over now, but maybe that overness should only last temporarily, and then he should turn. Maybe a dark Penta. Hulk dusty ass CM Punk promo. Looks like there's heat. CM Punk wants Hogan gone from WWE, calling him a dusty ass. I don't agree with this at all. No matter what they have done in their personal life, Hulk Hogan will always mean more to wrestling than CM Punk ever will. Again, I'm just speaking facts here. There probably wouldn't be wrestling without Hulk Hogan, at least not to this level. Come on, CM Punk. You got to respect history more than that, dude. Come on. What else? We hear that Alexa Bliss is not returning now. That kind of sucks to see. At least not anytime soon. She's definitely not going to be put with the Wyatt Six, which was the initial plan over some contract issues, supposedly is the rumor. Nia Jax just giving up on Tiffany made no sense. Really didn't. She lost her title, then she moved on. That was odd to me. At least should have been something to kind of, finish that. The transfer window makes the draft meaningless, I got to say. It really does. I don't get it. Kevin Owens wearing the Naomi shirt was very, very funny. I got to say to that on SmackDown this week. Now, it looks like I did make a separate note for Netflix. I don't know why I did this, but I did. Next time I'll do it different. But overall, just miles ahead of any company in entertainment based on the production alone, rivaling or even surpassing the NFL. It makes AEW look like a very, very, very distant second company, and that's even questionable at this point. Love the storybook presentation and the new setup. I thought it was funny in The Rock's promo. He said, if you smell is cooking. He didn't say The Rock. Kind of funny there. Anxious to see where the Rock story goes for Mania, if anywhere. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Love the intertwining of stories in the tribal combat and hot opening match. Cool seeing the drone flying around during the match. I wish Solo would have had his moment, but as always, the story continues to play out. I don't know what's going to happen with Solo. Roman's gone again, which really stinks. You got to think Solo, it would have been good to give him that rub, man, and it's just very odd that it didn't happen. But whatever. They know more than I do. Learn to respect Cena. It's sad to see it play out with him in his last year. Unsure of how I feel about Logan Paul. Now, I was a big fan of Logan Paul. There's, again, some comments of him speaking very, very badly about Jesus on his show. And then I don't know if he's apologized for it or what, but it's hard to feel the same about anyone that is that disrespectful about your faith. So my opinion has definitely changed on Rhea Ripley and Io Sky as well, or Io Shirai, Io Sky. Just some pictures coming out with them with pentagrams and just the whole deal. And to some people, this may not mean anything, especially people that aren't religious. But to me, you can't really overlook it. It's tough to see it. And yeah, but it's cool to see Taker as a throwback to the first Monday Night Raw. I thought it was funny to see The Rock leave Triple H hanging with the the high five or whatever it was. I don't know what. Let me see here. Okay, I don't know where we're at here. But Mello, Jimmy Uso matched up well, as did Los Garza, Motor City Machine Guns. Garzas are underrated, and Charlotte is coming back. Does anyone care? I don't know. I don't really care. We'll see, though. I think she's going to win the Rumble. Bad Day. What about if that's the new name for the New Day? Bad Day. Makes sense, right? I don't know. Maybe it's cheesy. Maybe it's not. You decide. Let's go over to Saturday night's main event. We're trying to rush this along, y'all. Stay with me. Hang with me here. The whole presentation was awesome. This, again, was for the first show. Now, I'm going to cover both of them. It shows why WWE is so far ahead of any other company, knows exactly what they're doing. I love the retro feel. Jesse Ventura, Pat McAfee, great opening match. Hard-hitting women's quality triple threat. Loving the shorter matches. as that were on this show. Cool to see Chelsea and Michin on a show like this. Definitely earned. Funny outfit with Chelsea's picks. WWE slows matches down big time, but this was a lot of fun to watch, especially with the shortened matches. That's something I miss, to be honest, in wrestling. Kevin Doesn't Wipe sign had me popped. Good title match, but wish there had been a title change somewhere just to make it special. Again, this is going back to the first one. Bringing back the wing title was cool, but just for one night for Cody was not. But it is really dumb that it was a prop title that was used. Come on. Just bring at least bring one of the old WWF titles out. I don't know. Old school mic being used, though, on Saturday Night's Main Event last night was very cool to see. Jesse Ventura mentioned WWF on the commentary. He was on it on commentary, man. He's fun to listen to. He really is. Braun and Sheamus was a hard-hitting match. Good match. Solid match with him. Kevin Owens just gets better and better on promos, as does Nia Jax. Awesome to see the rise of Jacob Fatu. Gunther and Braun's titles have fallen flat, and it's completely on creative. I gotta say, it really is. May have been a good time to temporarily take the titles off one, if not both. Just my opinion. Even if it would have been short, I think it would have been a good idea. So, woo! Catch my breath for a second. I've had a lot of thoughts on wrestling, as you can see, in the past month. I watched a Rivals episode as well. I never knew the Taker Chokeslam was the first time that RKO, there was a reversal at WrestleMania 21. That was very cool to see. Their whole rivalry, what I missed not watching SmackDown back then, and how good of guys both of them are. So I watched the Undertaker-Randy Orton rivalry, and good stuff, solid stuff with that. I also watched Final Resolution 23 from TNA. Looks like I must have enjoyed that. Made a note of that here. David Penzer is underrated, especially early on. His voice is missed. Jade Chung has done good, though. She has left TNA, though, since this. TNA departures, there's been quite a few. It looks like PCO is gone now. That was big news. Him busting up the title there at the GCW show, which I do not watch. I don't know even how to watch game changer wrestling. I don't know that I would enjoy it either. I'm not big on the hardcore stuff. I know Nick Gage is or was there. So Rhino looks to be gone from TNA. Kushida is gone as well. Trent Seven, Top Dollar. There's potentially he may be leaving. Jordan Grace looks to be on her last leg there, already gone. Josh Alexander, same thing. Joe Hendry, he has won the title, but potentially same thing. What was this thing about Hulk Hogan being on TNA like a month ago? I never saw that. But there was a rumor that was going to happen. Was there any truth to that? Does anyone know? I don't know. Tessa Blanchard's back, though. Interesting to see how that plays out. Eddie getting slapped. I'm not sure what that's about or why I put that in here. I may be in the minority, but I wish all companies would do the best of shows, especially with pay-per-view matches and awards like TNA do for the new year and during the Christmas episodes. The atmosphere at Slammiversary 24 was insane. Tag title match was a great one. Looks like I watched that too. Emergence Iron Man match with Nemeth and Alexander seemed like it was a classic. Mustafa Ali, highly underrated. Great match with Chris Sabin. Drop kick off the side of the ring, the 450. I love to see TNA doing their own thing while everyone tries to compete. I really do. Very, very cool. Rod Nemeth, the little brother of Nick Nemeth. Very funny storyline. I dig it. The female security guards in TNA, nice touch to see. Never seen that before. Cool moment with Moose and Josh Alexander, title win from Bound for Glory. And I think that was when Moose actually cashed in his trophy, and I got to actually see that finally. And then I wrote the Armory. The Northern Armory, are they going to turn on Josh Alexander? Well, It looks like they may have. I have not watched TNA in full for this week, but it looks like that has happened. NXT TNA working against AEW. That's the supposed rumor, is they're working to get those TV deals up so AEW can't get them. I don't know. It's interesting to see what's interesting to be a wrestling fan right now. TNA Plus, I got that. There was no TNA Genesis. That was a separate, was a pay-per-view. I did not realize that. I thought that would come with TNA Plus. I thought that's what I had read. Obviously not. I was interested to watch it. Don West, I Miss You sign was very, very cool in the crowd, though. I did see that. Definitely missed Don West. And Cora Jade in TNA. Interesting to see her. Don't know if that's demotion or what, but interesting to see Cora Jade in TNA. So we'll see. I guess it's just playing out. I haven't watched NXT, so I don't know what Cora Jade's been up to. Hopefully we'll be able to get back to NXT, MLW, even NWA, some of the other wrestlings that we've missed here soon. So I don't know. Obviously, a lot of wrestling has been watched. So I said I was going to play someone's theme song earlier, and I don't remember whose it was. I don't know. Oh well. Let's just get into this here, and if I think of it, we'll play it. Of course, it wouldn't be the show without the Hardy Boys theme. Always seems like that's a part of the deal here. I don't have any Hardy Boys stuff to show you, but I did get some figures. We're finally ready to show the main event of the show. Unboxings, showing of the figures. I did get some figures for my birthday and for Christmas, which was very, very cool. First off, it's not the Hardy Boys, but it is a tag team. Check these out. It's the Ass Boys. Colton and Austin Gunn. I wanted their first figures. I'm all about getting first figures. I got Austin, I think, first, and then I got Colton after. So there you go. No AEW figures in a while. So I got these guys. They got the tag belts with them. Very good likeness here, especially on Colton. Cool little tag belts there. I mean, look at that. That's a pretty good likeness on Colton Gunn, at least from a distance. Not bad. Probably can't tell with that, but here's the back of it. You want to see that? Colton Gunn. Some of the others in the line there. There are the Hardy Boys in the line. That's interesting. This one's a big one right now. Konosuke Takeshita. Everyone, I think he's the chase figure of this set. And Austin Gunn. I miss these guys. Looking forward to seeing them coming back. They've grown on me. I think eventually we could see them in WWE. We'll see. I think they've definitely got the potential there. Decent likeness with him, too. It's hard to tell with the sunglasses, but I like these figures. Very, very cool. Okay. Moving on. Why not? Here's a throwback. I saw this on Amazon, and I said, you know what? I don't think I've got a figure in box of this guy. And I was always a fan. X-Pac. And he was cheap. He was like 15 maybe. So I used some money, got him. Of course, he comes with John Cone's torso, their chest and torso. This is the SummerSlam X-Pac. He's got the cool little shades there. And X-Pac. There he is. Very, very cool to see X-Pac. And this is a little bit of an older figure, too. I know the Lex Luger in this figure was a cool one. But X-Pac. Did not have an X-Pac figure, so happy to add him in. And then we did get a Superstars figure. And this was actually wrapped for me. This was the only wrapped figure that I actually got. And it may make you laugh. It's a funny one. I never had a Brutus Beefcake in the box. And this is a good one. He's got the Zodiac. He's got the Zodiac head with him, which is somewhere back here. Someday we may open it. Not now, though. I love the Superstars figure. This is unpunched. Very, very cool. And the Razor Ramon in this set is a very cool one. Does he have the scissors or the shears? I don't know if he does. I love these figures, though. I really do. I think I love these figures at this point even better than the Mattel Retros. But I don't know. There's some good ones coming out. And finally, it seems like I'm a huge fan of this guy. I like him. I mean, he's not like my absolute favorite, but I do like him. But I love his figures, dude. I love them. I have wanted this figure. This is halfway unpunched. Looks like it's coming out a little bit. Rey Mysterio Jr. from the same set. Look at that. That is so cool. What a figure. The pink. That's a nice Rey Mysterio. Soft goods gear. Booyaka, booyaka. I don't know that he had the 619 thing back then, or the booyaka. Because this looks like it's the WCW Mysterio. The Halloween Havoc. Well, not really. It's the pink. It's the purple there, the full bodysuit. And I got another little guy. I got a Rey Mysterio plush. Look at this guy. Why not add him in? I mean, come on, dude. Look at that. Rey Mysterio. I saw somebody find just this out in the store. Kind of funny. Kind of like him like that. They said, what is this? Is it a potato head here? With a face on it. Yeah. Rey Mysterio. I don't know. Maybe let the babies play with this one. So there you go. That's the new figs I got. And plush. What do you say we get into All Elite Crate? I wish I could remember the other theme song I was going to play. Oh well, it'll come to me. Let's do it, man. I have seen one item in this. I've seen the Sting item. Unfortunately, because I am getting to these so late, I've seen some spoilers. But the next All Elite Crate looks good. We'll see if we end up getting that one. It looks good, coming in April. But right now, this is the... okay, it's going to make me... Why not just Kenny Omega theme? Why not? Oh, this isn't Battle Cry. Here we go. So cool to see Kenny Omega's entrance in Knoxville. Really, really neat. It really was. Check out this knife from my basement. I've had this since I was a kid. An old buck knife here. Didn't bring the acclaimed scissors down here with me. Last All Elite Crate was a bust. We'll see if this one's any better. I'm hoping. We'll see. It's a competition. Who's going to win? Pro Wrestling Crate, All Elite Crate. Oh, that's bad. It's a bin there. Look at that. This is the Revolution crate. Let's do it. Let's get into it. First shirt. I know the Sting on. Black shirt. Nice. Very nice. That is a cool shirt. The American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. I like that. Pleasant surprise on that one. That's a nice shirt. That's definitely going to get some wear. That's cool. You got to wonder when he's going to come back to do something. I miss him. I miss Bryan Danielson. I like that shirt a lot. Oh, interesting color here. Let's see what this is. It's an Outrunner shirt. The Outrunners, youngest men alive. I may have to keep this. I don't know. If you really like this shirt, holler at me and we'll talk about something. About you maybe getting it. But I may have to keep that. They've grown a little bit on me, man. They've grown a little bit on me. I didn't expect them to be the shirt. I was almost kind of thinking they could be the autograph. Now that I remember. Already this is better than the last crate. Already. There's a card here. Oh, free welcome pack. Over $40 of in-game content. Figure Fighters. Scan that. Will Ospreay and Timeless Tony Storm. Plus tokens and materials to level them up. I may have to look into that. I've got that game. I've not played it, though, on my phone. Let's check that out. Micro Brawler. Wow, that is a cool Micro Brawler, y'all. Hologram. That is very cool. I'm a fan of that. But the chase would have been sweet for that, too. I look forward to him coming back. I think he's been off because of a baby, maybe? I don't know. Very neat. Here's the pen. Mariah May pen. I like it. It's decent. It's not bad. Will I keep it? I don't know. If you want it, let me know. I don't really know now. I don't know who the autograph's going to be. What's this? I know what this is. So, just open this up. This is the Sting item. When you first check this out, you would be like, what is this, man? Yep, you can smell it right there. So, this is a bat. Yep, check that out. Well, I'm not going to blow it up in front of you, but there's the Sting bat. That's cool, man. That is cool. I saw that. So I already knew. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. Weird about smells. We got socks. These look like bigger socks. Hey. Hey. They might have changed their socks. They might have changed their socks for the Super Kick socks. Willow Nightingale. I may have to actually open these and see if they have. They look like they have changed them. These definitely look bigger. Thankfully. Man, come on. Alright. Oh, looks like we got a Will Ospreay flag. Very cool. Very, very cool. Wow, this box. This is a good box, man. I gotta say. Oh, wow. The hits keep on coming. Revolution. From last year. Sting poster. The Young Bucks and Darby. I wish I could have got to go. I was really hopeful to get to go. Didn't end up happening, but would have been awesome. Alright, guys. Here we go. It's going to be hard to beat this box. Pro Wrestling Crate, you're going to have to try hard. Julia Hart? Wow. Look at that. Wow. What a box, dude. This feels like Dumb and Dumber when Chef Daniels tells Jim Carrey, you've totally redeemed yourself. Really? That is awesome. That's so cool. Wow. What a box, dude. What a box. Let's see here. Julia Hart autographed 8x10. The poster. I love the poster. I mean, the Will. Oh, this is a pillowcase. Wow. Let's open it up. They did one of these with the Lucha Brothers. Will Ospreay. Bruv. I'm a fan. That is awesome. That is awesome. Go trick-or-treating with that. That is cool. Sting inflatable bat. We have that. The Willow Super Kick socks. It doesn't say that they're bigger, but they definitely look bigger, for sure. The Mariah May lapel pin. Doesn't look like there was a chase on the pin. The hologram micro brawler, the dragon shirt, and the retro outrunner shirt. And that's it. What a box. That was a box. Box and a half, dude. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. It's going to be hard to beat that. It's going to be hard. But the next All Elite crate does look good. And I still do have the old All Elite crate from October. The entire box for sale. If you want that, give me a holler. Competition-wise, here we go. Pro Wrestling crate. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. This is so cool to have both boxes, right? All right. Here we go. January 2025. This next one, I think, looks decent. I think they've only had like 4 people they've advertised for, though. So we'll see. Kenny Omega shirt, I can already tell. Kenny Omega. Not a bad shirt. I'm not the biggest Kenny Omega guy, though. So if you, although it was cool to see him live. Dude comes out and what an entrance he makes. If you like that shirt, holler at me. We'll make something happen. See if this other shirt can redeem it. Wow, look at this color. Oh, whoa. Hot Rod. Rowdy Roddy Piper Hot Rod. I have a lot of Roddy Piper shirts, but Joy may like this shirt. That's kind of a cool color, especially for her. We'll see if she doesn't like it. Hey, that may be for sale too. Keep going here. Boom. Repo Man. I feel like they've done him before. Have they not done him before? That's a cool one, though. Check him out. I like that. Not a chase. We got another. There's 2 micro brawlers in here. Don't forget. Boom. Not a chase either. The Godfather. I think I'd seen this. I think I knew that this was in here. I think I'd seen a spoiler for this too. So old school, man. Repo Man, Godfather. Very cool. Very cool micro brawlers. Just as cool as the hologram for sure. This is an Outrunners bandana. I'm going to be stacked up on some Outrunners stuff. That's a cool bandana. I think that's a bandana. I'm pretty sure. That's pretty cool. I like that. I may have to end up keeping the Outrunner stuff. We'll see. Ricochet. Oh, boy. Out of this world. Nope. Not a fan. This and Kenny Omega shirt, definitely for sure for sale. What's this? PWT. There you go. Pro Wrestling Tees. And it looks like the CM Punk Drew McIntyre bracelet they fought over. That's kind of funny. Is that it? Okay, a sticker. This Orange Cassidy yearbook sticker. That's all there is. That's it. That's it. Interesting. I think that's it. Other than the autograph. Boy. I don't know. This autograph better be good, man. It better be good. Are there 2? No, there's not 2. Let's see. Snitsky? It wasn't my fault. Snitsky. Snitsky was the autograph? That's kind of cool. I mean, I remember that angle well. He even wrote the "It wasn't my fault" the inscription on it. This is an interesting box, I gotta say. I don't think they showed the names for this, did they? I don't think they showed any of the names. Let's see what we got here. We got the 8-bit Kenny Omega shirt. The shirt is cool, especially the 8-bit. The retro Roddy Piper shirt. Godfather Micro Brawler. Repo Man Micro Brawler. The Ricochet pin. All of those could have been chases. Gene Snitsky autographed 8x10. I think they did show Omega and Roddy Piper, though. Outrunners bandana. Orange Cassidy yearbook sticker. It's kind of funny. Pro Wrestling Tees friendship bracelet. Okay. And then the Micro Brawlers there. I think All Elite Crate won. I think that's a no-brainer on that. I think All Elite Crate won. All right, guys. My name's Chris. It was still fun, though. Still a fun box. Not a throwaway box at all. Better than the last All Elite Crate, I gotta say. I'll sit here long enough. My legs are numb. It's time to end this show. Thanks so much for being here with me, for joining in. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget, if you subscribe to me on YouTube, wherever you're watching this video, if you subscribe on YouTube, under Chris Ellis Official, I do music, I do wrestling. I got some cool shows coming up. You will be going into a drawing to get 4 autographs, at least 4. Zodiac, showed him earlier. EC3, Eric Young, Mustafa Ali, all 4 autographs for free. That's the autographs. I'm showing them to you right now. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, share with your friends, all those good things. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next episode next month. I don't know what we're going to be covering on it. There's no boxes coming out. We may just be talking wrestling. Might be it. Who knows? Maybe I'll start showing some of the collection. Maybe I'll go back into stuff that we may be having for sale. Either way, a lot of fun. Let me know if you guys want any of this stuff in the comments, and I will see you next time. Happy wrestling, everybody. Enjoy the Royal Rumble. And enjoy all of it. Thanks, guys. Good night.